Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Baxter Student Ambassador Program webinar. Presenting for us this time is Curtis Brown of Algonquin College. Curtis, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Excellent. So before we get started, I'd just like to quickly introduce some of the people attending today's webinar. From TPI, we have Rhonda LaFosse and Colton Chia. Here at Baxter, we have Wendy McClung, Emily McClung, Ian Stalker, and I'm Dan McDonald. Now, for anyone signed in via computer today, if you have any questions during the webinar, just type them into either the chat box or the Q&A box. Okay, Curtis, if you'd like to go ahead and share your screen, you can start whenever you're ready.
Okay. Is everybody able to see the screen?
Yeah, definitely. Thank
Super.
you.
All right. Have you ever asked yourself that question? You know the question I'm talking about. That burning question. The question you probably asked yourself once you finally made it to your office on a cold January morning. Morning you had to leave the house when it's still dark. When you had to scrape the ice off your car. A morning when you had to painfully struggle, white-knuckled, through an hour of traffic in a winter storm to get to the office. You ask yourself, how in the world did my love for travel and great views lead me to a life of being trapped in a cubicle? Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Curtis Brown. I'm a TICO certified graduating student from the Tourism and Travel Services program at Algonquin College. As a Baxter Student Ambassador Program finalist, today I'm going to share with you how TPI can free you from your cubicle. I present to you how to be an independent travel advisor the TPI way. A very big thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in today. I'd like to thank Baxter and all the generous sponsors, including TPI, who will be my topic for today, for contributing to the Student Ambassador Program, as it provides an excellent opportunity and platform for students to present, to learn, and to connect with those in the industry we are so eager to join and contribute to. Thank you to Andrea Dixon for the encouragement, as well as the rest of the Algonquin faculty who have participated. And a special thanks to Susie Barrow and Heather McNamara for their kindness. Moving on, here's a quick overview of what's ahead. First, I'll answer the very important question, who is TPI? Second, we'll briefly cover the benefits of being a TPI travel advisor. Third, I'll describe some of the things that set TPI apart. Fourth, I'll mention a few of the many companies working with TPI. Fifth, and lastly, I'll share with you who should be a TPI travel advisor. Okay, everyone, let's get started. What is travel? Travel is more than going from here to there. Travel is about being curious, exploring new lands, trying new things. Travel is about having adventures, meeting new people, and learning about other cultures. At its core, travel is about expanding our own horizons. Travel inspires us. It pushes us outside of our comfort zone and beyond our familiar boundaries. Travel makes us feel. Travel touches our emotions. Travel is about being free, free to pursue our passions. This is why we're so connected to travel and why we want to share it with others. Have you ever thought while you're sitting in that cubicle, there must be a better way? Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is. The TPI way. TPI helps you keep that passion alive by setting you free. Free to work outside of an office cubicle, on your couch, or in a hammock in your backyard, even in your pajamas if you like. TPI, or Travel Professionals International, as they're also known, is Canada's largest and leading network of independent travel advisors. Having over 22 years in business, they are proudly Canadian-owned and operated, with offices in every province and territory except Quebec and Nunavut. TPI is a growing network of over 850 travel advisors across Canada. Since 1994, Their innovative and proven business model has positioned TPI as the premier travel organization of its kind in Canada. They have an unrivaled network of travel advisors and a dedicated support team who provide strong training, marketing, accounting, and support services every step of the way. There are many benefits to being a TPI travel advisor. TPI offers independent or home-based travel agent business initiatives that are simple to operate and only require a small investment to start up without the need to pay a franchise fee. By providing the tools and services you need to be successful, TPI empowers you to focus on what you do best, selling travel. You will be able to set your own hours, full-time or part-time, while maintaining independence over your finances, your clients, and your career. The buying power of the largest Canadian home-based travel agent network will be at your fingertips, ensuring you are getting the very best deals for your clients without being restricted to only a few preferred suppliers. Along with getting some of the highest commissions available in the industry, you will earn commission from all your suppliers, not just the preferred ones. As a TPI travel advisor, you'll have a higher profit potential than any other independent travel business. You'll also benefit from having $2 million of errors and omissions insurance coverage. Whether you are a new or experienced agent, with TPI, you have immediate access to ongoing training and networking opportunities. And now for a little of what really makes TPI stand out. TPI is solely focused on helping your business succeed. TPI doesn't have any retail outlets. TPI knows they only succeed if you succeed. TPI's turnkey accessibility, respected industry connections, personalized services and tools, and dedicated support are the reasons why TPI stands out as the best independent travel agent organization in the country. TPI is also a proud member of Virtuoso, an invite-only global network of elite travel organizations and travel agents. Their Virtuoso membership gives their travel advisors privileged access to exclusive amenities, travel offers, and rare experiences that you simply can't get on your own. The Advisor Vacation Release Service, or AVR for short, is available for when you go on holidays, but you still need your clients to be taken care of. TPI's exclusive Velocity Rewards program gives you even more benefits and recognition by giving you points every time you earn commission, attend events, and receive industry designations. Those points translate into exclusive trips, reduced monthly fees, and complimentary admission to events. TPI travel advisors span from coast to coast and offer the most comprehensive travel services in Canada, allowing their travelers to do what they want, when they want, and for the best value available, all backed by exceptional personalized service. As a TPI travel advisor, you'll have immediate and international recognition through their affiliations with the Cruise Line Industry Association, or CLIA, the Association of Canadian Travel Agents, or ACTA, the International Air Transport Association, or IATA, and provincial license registration under the Travel Industry Council of Ontario, TICO for short, or Consumer Protection BC, CPBC for short. Well, that brings us to the topic of who should be a TPI independent travel advisor. And the short answer is you. You, because you are passionate about travel and being helpful for others to fulfill their travel dreams. You, because you need or want the freedom to choose your own schedule. Because you would rather use your time efficiently than waste it in commuting. Because you like being well rewarded and appreciated for doing well. You because you appreciate having support when you need it. And because you want all of that and still want to have the buying power of Canada's largest and leading network of independent travel advisors, access to exclusive programs and partners such as Virtuoso ensure you always are getting the very best value offerings for your clients. Whew. Oh yeah. And because you like receiving the highest commission in the industry. Right about now, you may be asking, how can they do it? All of that freedom and flexibility, plus great support and training, and more commissions too? Well, simply put, office space is expensive. In the brick and mortar world, all of that operational overhead comes out of your commission earnings, but not with TPI. The TPI way keeps more of the commission earned from your sales in your pocket. In conclusion, we learned TPI is Canada's largest and leading network of independent travel advisors and proudly Canadian owned and operated. We covered a few of the benefits of being a TPI travel advisor, such as flexibility and high commissions. We heard about what makes TPI stand out, such as advisor vacation relief and being a member of Virtuoso. I then mentioned some of the organizations TPI is affiliated with, like ACTA, IATA, CLIA, TICO, and CPBC. And lastly, we learned that you would be a perfect TPI independent travel advisor. Ignite your passion for travel again. Change your surroundings, and it will change your perspective. Why don't you change your morning commute? Become a TPI travel advisor. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Any questions?
Thank you very much, Curtis.
You're very welcome.
So I'll allow a couple minutes now for people to submit any questions they may have.
Certainly.
And yeah, please submit any questions. If you are signed in via computer, submit them to either the chat box or the Q&A box, and I can read them out to Curtis. And Rhonda at TPI typed into the chat box, she said, "Great work, Curtis, sign me up."
Excellent.
And Colton says, "Thank you, Curtis, great presentation."
Thank you, Colton.
And a question here has been submitted by Rhonda. She says, "You mentioned our TPI advisor, Heather McNamara. Did you know her before you began this presentation, or did you meet her while researching?"
Both Susie Barrell and Heather McNamara, I came across through an associate that put me in touch with them when I was researching for this webinar. So very kind thanks to them for taking the time to answer many of my questions, which obviously was to a great benefit for me, but not much in it for them, but they were very, very helpful and kind.
Oh, very good, thanks. And Rhonda also asks, where did you find the majority of your information about TPI?
I did a fair bit of research on TPI's website. I also scoured the internet to find other TPI travel advisors and their websites. YouTube has a number of things available on it, which are different companies and suppliers speaking about their relationship with TPI. And again, Susie Barrell and Heather McNamara were very informative. Once I had come across any questions, I sort of compiled the list and I'd email it off to them and they'd give me an answer back, which was fantastic. That pretty much was the majority of my research.
Okay, thanks for that. And Colton asks, in review of TPI's offerings, were there any questions you found were less answered? Do you have any suggestions to make our business better?
Absolutely. Well, again, TPI, obviously the majority of the agents are going to be working in a home-based or an independent fashion. One of the questions I had asked Susie and Heather was whether or not TPI had negotiated corporate discounts with either Rogers or Bell or another ISP provider to help get better rates for home offices. And it indicated that they weren't aware of any such discounts having been negotiated. Also from the website, there's about a $3,000 difference for a new agent sign up or an existing agent, but there wasn't a clear indication as to what that $3,000 difference was. It just says if you're an existing agent and you're able to join for the yearly fee, $495, and then you're able to keep your standings. But the other $3,000 for a new agent, it didn't clearly define what you're getting for that. If I was a new agent starting out, I didn't already have a place to start, that might sort of give me some hesitation. I might say, well, maybe I'll start in an agency before going independent. I'm saving myself $3,000, but I'm not aware of what that $3,000 is getting me. So explaining that might be more helpful. I also scoured for reviews as well, just to know the good and the bad. There were a few bad reviews out there, which obviously, you find one bad review on a TPI agent and all of the TPI agents or their business are going to be affected. So, I was going to have the suggestion of qualifying new agents, but I see TPI has already gone, 2 years ago, they went to an invitational recruiting and there was already steps being made. Tim Morgan was talking about it with Sphere in March. So they're already making steps on that. The only last thing was the storefront program. It's mentioned on the website, but there are no details, and I couldn't find anything out from anybody else who I'd spoken to either. So storefront owners who are looking to become TPI affiliated may like to have a bit more information more readily found.
That's great, thank you. And Colton says, great points, Curtis. Thank you for sharing this with us.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, we'll give it another minute just to see if any other questions or comments pop up in the chat box or the Q&A box.
For sure.
And I do believe that wraps up the Q&A session. So I'd like to thank everyone that tuned in the webinar today. And Curtis, thanks so much for presenting for us.
My pleasure. Thank you to everybody who participated.
It was a pleasure to have you, and we'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Okay, take care.